Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of Sock Talks with Joy and Sean. And we have a super special guest here with us today. Hey, Callie, how are
Hi,
you?
John.
Hi, Callie.
Hi,
This
Joy. Hi, everybody.
this is our affiliate of the year. Congratulations, Callie. That was so well deserved, and we were so honored to be part of the nominations. But we were super honored that you got it. So very, very good. Somebody well deserving of an honor. And we want to know, Callie, tell us. How did you get it? What did you do? Did you twist an arm? Did you just what
No.
did you do? Okay.
Did I twist an arm? No, I didn't do that either. You know, what I really think it is consistent effort over time. Like I have consistently built my business throughout the years, and I've consistently built this year in like the things we do, sending out cards, right? Every day going into the system, sending cards, maybe not quite as many as Sean Barklow on that heartfelt prompting. Congratulations on your award.
Thank you.
But going in and using our system every single day. I'm a big proponent of heartfelt cards, but also system cards in making drip campaigns, making your life easier, right? Dripping out to people that you meet or to new customers or to your affiliates, using the system, how it was built, and then filling in with those heartfelt prompting cards. So 1, 2 is sharing send out cards, right? Every day, who can you share send out cards with? I think that's so important, right? You teaching other people how to send cards, walking them through. 3, I would say working with your team, right? As you build your business, as soon as you have one person on your team, you become a leader, and not just telling what your team to do, but leading by example, right? Your team's going to do what you do, not what you tell them to do or what you say, right? So you need to lead by example. I think 4 is, for me, was just being a support to anyone in the company. One of the things that I've always loved about Send Out Cards is we don't we're not worried about, oh, you're in Joy's downline or you're in Sean's downline, so you need to follow their system and we can't talk.
Right.
We have this great big family that is helpful to everyone. And so I think, that's something that I've always tried to be into the organization overall, is to helpful to everyone. Like we have my team page open, anyone can join. I know there's a lot of people that don't think they have uplines to help them. I really don't. My sponsor hasn't done anything in years, right? And so just being open to that. And then I think from a personal side is just really learning this give to give mentality, right? Really starting, and I talked about it if you were at convention, the speech, loving people, loving life, like just loving on people, our affiliates, our customers, but even people out there. So when something like this comes up that we've had, this whole Better Way movement, that then I can go back, and this kind of post affiliate, but this always has happened in my business, where I can go back and invite someone to something because I've created what I call social currency, where every post that I send to them is not about the business. I ask people, what'd you do to celebrate for your business? How's things going in your world? Anything new happening? Like I'm having conversation, and it's not all about, look at me, look at my business, join me now, right? People don't want to hear that. And so when something comes up, I've already built the relationship to be able to say, hey, will you check this out? And so I think it's a combination of what I do and, just over time, been in Send Out Cards 11 and a half years, hard to believe, but crafting what I do and then consistently doing it day in and day out.
Right.
Yeah, and I will have to say, you helped a friend who was in Columbus move to Houston. She's with SendOut. You had a conversation with Julie, and not, we're not on it. Either one of us are on either team. But so my question is, and I just got off of that thing that was talking about, it was a former football player, but talking about your why. And he goes, the saddest thing is when somebody gets to a level of success and they realize it's kind of empty because they didn't have a good why. So how do you stay consistent? Because you've been doing, it's not just been this year that you've done that. That's consistent over 11 years. What keeps you going? what strives you to get to that next level, or keep doing those 5 things? How do you stay consistent at it? That maybe that can help somebody that's listening.
Yeah, I think in the beginning, it was more about, for me, being able to not have to go to a corporate job, right? Being able to have more freedom in my life. And, if that's what it's for you in the beginning, that's okay, right? We have to have that personal motivation to go to work. And over time, as I've built this business, I've always said my personal mantra is I inspire freedom. And really, I want to teach people inspire and mentor to people to find their great life. And I talk a little bit about the good life, great life. I haven't talked about it. And, I was 2014, sitting in my office, different office than this one, and have this saying on my desk that said, is your good life getting in the way of your great life? And at that point, I thought the great life meant more money, Eagle and SendOutCards. I think it was just an executive at that time. More money, bigger house, bigger car, all the stuff. And I realized in that moment, the great life is about becoming true to who you are. Like really what Cody talks about, listening to those inner promptings and acting on them, right? That we all have a reason we're here. And so for me now, the why is in this is helping people to move from that good life to that great life. And, SendOutCards is a huge tool from that. One, from our product, but 2, from our business side, because with building a business, it gives you more choices to make other decisions, to live the life that you want. And if you're not having, to worry about, am I going to lose my job? And you've started building a side income, you can start focusing on the things that are more important. I mean, our goal, we want to teach people, there's so many people that want to, $300 to $500 a month would make a huge difference in their life. Right. And that could take stress off them. So then they can start showing up to their family or to their friends or in their life. Right. And so it's just those increments. And if I can help someone do that, make their life better. And you know what, if I can do that, one, through our opportunity, but also through our product. So let's say I meet a real estate agent, maybe they're struggling. We teach them how to use this system. They don't have a desire to build a business. That's okay. That's where they're at. But our product can help them in their real estate business to become more successful. That's huge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Huge to me. So I think that's what really keeps me going in all of it.
Yeah, well, I think it's, as you were saying, your different points there, just watching you over the years, Callie, it's been wonderful to see how you've kind of turned the responsibilities over to people in your team. I just think that, I think that's such a great role model for leadership, is because you got to learn that it's, you don't have to micromanage everything, and then and every time you give somebody else a little bit more responsibility, that just helps you, it just grows your team.
But that was a hard one to learn for me.
Yeah.
When I got started in this business, I prided myself, this won't surprise you guys, I prided myself in being the person with all the answers. So my team would come to me, right? And what happened was that only duplicates so far, because when your team gets big, you can't be the person, and then you're not empowering. And I remember when I got to senior executive, what was that? Too long ago. I think it was 2017. I got to senior executive, and Jordan came to Houston. We had a Treat 'em Right here in Houston, Promptings Academy. And he said, until you let go of having to do it all for your team and be all things, you will never get to where you want to go in this business. And he referred me to Better Than Beach Money right near the end. It's one of the last, I believe, 3 chapters. It talks about the sailboats, and that if you're he was talking to a sailboat captain. The guy trained other people to be captains of sailboats. And he talks about that sailboat captain teach them and let them go. Instead of, if you try to tether everyone to your boat, you're never going to be able to get that far. And I was trying to tether everyone to my boat. And it was a very powerful lesson. Now, it took some steps in changing, but it is, you can't be everything to everyone. You don't need to have all the answers. What you need to be is learn to be duplicatable and give that power to your team.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's cool.
Well, let's transition just a little bit and we're going through some exciting times right now.
We
So you're
are.
going to share 4 secrets of what's coming in. No. What 2 to 3 things would you, okay, everybody out there, what 2 to 3 things would you say, boy, you need to be doing ABC or 1, 2, 3 right now to have their best year ever next year?
Right now, you need to be sharing a better way, sharing send out cards, right? Go build your team. That's so critical because we have 5 more income streams coming, right? Send out cards is the first plus 5. So just think, if your team is bigger, when this launches, right? Let's say right now you have 20 people on your team, but in January you can get that to 50. You have 50 times the power of sharing than you do right now. So that's where the leverage and the duplication. And if no one's doing anything on any of your levels, go sponsor more people, right? Everything can be fixed in your business by going and sponsoring more people typically.
Yeah.
Right, so that's number 1. Number 2, use our product, right? Use SendOutCards, stay in touch with people. It's the holidays. If you're gonna do holiday cards, get them out earlier. I always recommend sending them like the day after Thanksgiving. You could be one of the first. I've always had people, I'm early, they ask me, how'd you do that? As your new people come in, right, you probably already have new A Better Way members, have conversations with them, set up Zooms, find out, do they want to, 1, use send out cards right now? It is the holidays, right? And gifts. Some people don't even know we have gifts besides cards. 2, are they looking for a way right now to build an income stream? We've already got 1 of the 6, so why not get them started and send out cards? And 3, maybe they're just curious and signed up. So keep them engaged, right? Like us, we have a separate Facebook group for our team just to keep new Better Way members engaged. We had a meet and greet last week that we invited new members. It was so much fun.
Cool.
We were meeting people down levels. And so we're going to keep doing that, having a few like online Zoom socials just to keep people engaged, and then also feeding them the information as it comes out, because corporate is sending emails, but I don't know about you guys, but I think email's sometimes a lot like laundry. It's
Right.
never caught up. So I don't want to just depend on them reading an email. I want to stay engaged with them too. And of course, they're all going to get cards.
Yep, absolutely.
Hey, Callie, how do you make sure that you've captured all those people for the meet and greet? I mean, how are you communicating to get them there?
How do we
The
get
only
them
thing we're
there?
getting is the emails from them.
Right. So I created a Facebook group just for our WOW team for A Better Way, for the
Okay.
specific, my downline, in this case only, because I think in this case, my big team page is open, but we each need to connect with our new people. I think that's critical right now. And so our team, we're inviting people into that page, and then we can set up events in there. And then we also reach out to the leaders and say, hey, let your people know, invite them. The first one we didn't, we weren't really using the page. So we just pushed it out to all the leaders to invite the people, but I think this will work better. I mean, we're learning, right? Even our team,
Sure.
we're learning.
Sure.
So my big thing is, if you get a prompting to do something, right? That's that inner voice. That's that genius. Go do it. There's a reason you're getting that prompting.
Right. Because I know we set up, I have a team on Tuesday nights that we invite for the Q&A and that type of thing. But a lot of the people that are signed up just to wait, they're not even interested, so we really don't even know if we're tapping into them and trying to get them in a Facebook group. I see that to be something that I don't know.
You know what? We invite them. Those that join are the ones. Someone emailed me the other day and said, hey, I've gotten, I don't remember how many, 5 or 10 new Better Way members. No one's doing anything. What should I do to motivate them? I'm like, you can't really motivate people. You can keep them engaged and go find some other people. I mean, really.
Well, just what you said, just go recruit more people.
Well, and if you think about it, 70% of people, typically 7 out of 10 people, 70% in the network marketing profession as a whole, never sign up another affiliate. right? 70%. So only 3 out of 10 are going to do something. So if you've only sponsored 5 people in your lifetime and none of them have done anything, that's not about you. That's just the numbers. Go sponsor more.
Okay, yeah.
Right. And some people get lucky. I was like the 3rd person my sponsor signed up, but that's not normal.
No.
Right? It took me a long time.
3 out of 10, he just got the first 3 right off the bat. The other 7,
Right.
yeah. So.
Exactly. So you don't know. So, I mean, it's just like I used to hear, if you had a deck of cards and you're looking for an ace and you pulled off 40 cards, right? There's still 4 aces out there. Are you going to stop at 40 and not get to 52 because you don't think the deck works? Right? You just got to keep sharing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Hey, Callie, just a quick question on how you would answer this question if somebody asked us. We've got this Better Way going on, and we've got the holidays going on that we need to be focusing on, say, getting the cards out or helping people get cards out. How do you balance?
Do both. No, I'm kidding.
What'd you say? I didn't hear.
Do both.
Do both.
Yeah.
So I think that's really important where blocking your time comes in. So if you have a certain amount of time to build your send out cards business, right? A portion of that needs to be into the card sending, into the following up, helping people get their cards up. But I would always have a small block every day to do something in a better way. That could be sponsoring, new people. That could be doing like the meet and greet or reaching out to someone, or maybe doing a Zoom. Like later this week, I have a lady that I used to work with. I've been talking to her about send out cards for 11 years. She finally joined. And she wants to start building send out cards. So we have a Zoom. So every day doing something. Like today I've had, done a better way, but I also had 2 appointments from the send out card side to follow up. And of course I do this full time. And right now I'm working a lot, because when you're given a huge opportunity, find the time to work it. There's seasons to sprint, and this is one of those seasons. But some of you may be working full time as well. But take that time, block it, and say, okay, I'm going to do 30 minutes of this and 30 minutes of this, or 45 minutes and 15, and then stay true to that block. So you're doing it on both sides.
Right. Okay. So it really, it's kind of like you don't just block time for send out card activity. You block time, separate that out, and make it right now with everything you're going on. Because you're right. It's I don't want to say a sprint, but this is an opportunity right now. Then you really need to capitalize on it. You can't be messing around. You don't want to be messing around. It's not going to help you come January.
The other thing is, what I think will be awesome out of this season, if you're the person who has to hold every single one of your customers' hands for their holiday cards. I used to be that person until about 3 years in my business when I couldn't. This is going to force you to use your tools, right? You don't have to teach everyone how to create a custom back. There was a great video out there that Steve Eames did. I don't teach people how to do custom backs anymore. I send them that video, have them watch the video, and then if they need help, I help them, right? So part of learning in this is also using your time. There's a certain, right? Definitely not saying don't help, but there are ways you can empower your customers. You don't have to go in and create all their cards for them, right?
Exactly.
Help them, teach them the tools, but you don't have to do everything. You need to learn to empower, and that will help free up some of your time.
Yeah. And you do a good job with getting videos out there. Of course, I know Sean and I both did videos on the campaigns, coming up and stuff like that, and I just send those to people anymore, because I totally agree with you. I mean, you've got to get to where they're doing it.
Right. You could also have, it's a little harder on Zoom, but you could have a holiday card workshop. Maybe you show everyone how to send a card, and then you're there in a Zoom, let them work on their cards, and you're waiting for people to ask questions. Right. And the same thing.
We're teaching kids nowadays. So
yeah, I mean, we did it with our team. We did inviting blocks almost every single day for the first week in the A Better Way, just giving people time to show up and ask questions if they felt like they got stuck. Plus, by being a leader and creating that for your team, they're more likely to come to that if they have time and invite than go and invite by themselves for an hour. And that's been a really interesting learning lesson for me.
Yeah. Oh, I find out for myself, I've been on a couple of them now and it's like, it's kind of like, do I need it? Yeah, I need this, because it kind of kept me focused for that period of time, get it done,
Right. Like on Sunday morning, I decided to schedule one for Sunday night. And really, one, it was for the team, but two, it was so I wouldn't come home from golf and not do anything. This way, if I had to show up for
Right.
the team, then I was going to have to go to work and I couldn't be like, you know what, I'm a little tired.
Right.
I'll just put it off till tomorrow.
Hey,
So
that's why I do challenges on my team all the time. I said I do it for me. It's like, we can do a challenge here for 30 days. Okay, yeah, thanks. Okay, good.
right, because as a leader, you got to show up and do it too.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah, exactly.
Well,
So,
perfect.
That's awesome.
Well, we appreciate your time. We try to keep this to 30 minutes, so.
Wow, we already went 30 minutes.
And
Wow.
congratulations, congratulations again. It was well deserved. So leading the way, my friend. Thank you.
Yes, very much.
Thank you so much. And thanks for having me on. This was fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah, well, we'll see you again and, have fun, everybody. See you next week.
See you live in January.
Yay.
That's right.
Take care.
Well, we got 4 more hours or whatever, or 4 more hours to earn the VIP.
As we're recording this, yes.
Yes.
Good.
Now it's too late, but you had 4 hours.
Sorry, guys. See you then.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.